Hello, my little dears. Are you all tucked in and cozy? Good. Tonight, Grandma has a very special story for you, all about a princess, a lost golden ball, and a very surprising little frog. Once upon a time, in a kingdom full of green fields and sunny skies, there lived a lovely princess. She had hair as bright as gold and a heart full of kindness. Her favorite place in the whole world was the royal garden, especially the sparkling pond that shimmered under a big shady tree. Every afternoon she would sit by the pond and play with her most treasured toy, a beautiful golden ball. She would toss it high, high up into the air, watching it glitter in the sunlight and then catch it with a giggle. It was her favorite game. But one sunny afternoon, she tossed the ball a little too high. It flew through the air, but instead of landing back in her hands, it went splash right into the middle of the deep pond. Oh no, cried the princess, her eyes filling with tears. My beautiful golden ball. How will I ever get it back? Just then, a little green head with big round eyes popped out of the water. Ribbit, Ribbit, why are you so sad, princess? A small voice croaked. It was a little frog sitting on a lily pad. The princess wiped her tears and sighed. My favorite golden ball fell into the pond, and I can't reach it. The little frog puffed out his chest. I can get it for you, he said, but what will you give me in return? The princess's face lit up. Oh, anything. I'll give you my sparkling jewels, my prettiest dress, even my shiny crown. But the little frog just shook his head. I don't need jewels or crowns. All I want is a friend. Promise me that you will let me eat from your golden plate, drink from your little cup, and sleep on your soft pillow. Promise you'll be my friend. The princess couldn't help but giggle, a frog wanting to be her friend. How silly. Thinking he was just a funny little creature, she quickly said, "Oh, of course. I promise. Now please get my ball." The frog gave a happy croak, dived deep into the water, and a moment later he came back up with the golden ball in his mouth. "Here it is," he said, pushing it to the edge of the pond. The princess was so happy to have her ball back that she grabbed it, shouted a quick thank you, and ran straight back to the castle, completely forgetting the little frog and her promise. That evening, the princess was at the grand dinner table with her father, the king. They were eating a delicious meal when suddenly there was a tiny sound at the huge castle door. Tap, tap, tap. A servant opened the door, and in hopped the little frog. He bowed politely and said, "Dear princess, open the door for me. Remember your promise by the cool water of the pond." The princess's face turned bright red. She quickly shut the door, but the king, who was very wise, saw her worried face and asked my dear daughter, who was at the door, "And what promise are they talking about?" With a heavy heart, the princess told her father everything that had happened at the pond. The king listened carefully, and when she was done, he looked at her kindly and said, "A promise is a promise, my child. You must always keep your word." So the princess opened the door and let the little frog in. He hopped right up to the table. "I'm hungry," he croaked. "Please lift me up so I can eat from your golden plate." The princess sighed, but she did as he asked. He ate a few bites and seemed very happy. Then he said, "Now I'm very tired. Please take me to your room so I can sleep on your soft pillow." The thought of a cold, wet frog on her pillow made the princess shiver, but she remembered her father's words. She gently picked up the little frog and carried him to her room. She placed him on a silken cushion right next to her own bed. Before she drifted off to sleep, she looked at the little frog and whispered, "You are a strange little friend, but you are very polite." The next morning, the princess woke up to the warm sun streaming through her window. She looked over to the cushion, but the frog was gone. In his place, standing beside her bed, was a handsome young prince with kind eyes and a warm smile. You broke the spell, he said. The princess gasped in surprise. A wicked witch turned me into a frog, the prince explained, and the spell could only be broken if a princess was kind enough to keep her promise to me. The princess's eyes widened. Oh, I didn't know being kind and keeping a promise had such power. The prince smiled. Kindness and honesty are the greatest magic of all, he said. The king was overjoyed to hear the story. He invited the prince to stay at the castle, and soon the prince and the princess became the very best of friends. They played in the garden, laughed together, and eventually they got married in a grand celebration for the whole kingdom. And from that day on, they both made sure to always keep their promises. And the moral of our story, my darlings, is to always be kind and true to your word, because you never know what wonderful magic a good heart can bring. Sleep tight, my sweethearts. I hope you enjoyed our story. If you did, don't forget to like this video and follow our channel for more cozy bedtime tales. Good night.